He's done the NFL. He's done college football. I don't see it on my resume list, but I think he did the SaberCats. What haven't you done, Fitz?
Oh, man, not even to mention 29 years at KMBR? That hurts.
Ouch. Ouch. Well, he came in and stuck
I was only there longer than anyone else in the history of the station.
You're Bob Fitzgerald joining us on 95.7 The Game.
What's up, baby?
Fitz. Yeah. Seriously, what are you? How you feeling about going to Paris and doing the men's basketball and all that stuff? It's pretty special.
Well, I mean, the cool thing is, and we'll find out in a couple days if Luka Doncic is going to try to play for Slovenia, but I love the U.S. team, obviously with Steve Kerr coaching, Steph's first Olympics. But you look at Germany won the World Cup, so you got Mo and Franz Wagner and Daniel Theis, and, Germany has become a good team. But France is going to have Wembanyama and Gobert, and there's no 3-second defense. You can play zone. How do you score over those two guys if they're just standing in the lane the whole time? And, France, that'll be their home country. Then you've got Lithuania. It's going to have Valanciunas and Sabonis playing together. I mean, this is going to be about size. And so for the U.S., they're the most talented team. But in Tokyo, it came down to the United States and France. In London, I was calling the gold medal game. It was, Spain and the United States. So these guys don't get paid for this. It's all for representing all of us in terms of the United States. And if you lose, it's a disaster, and if you win, it's like, they were supposed to win. Mm-hmm. So it's like the ultimate pressure, and going to be a super fun tournament all the way around.
Yeah, no doubt, Fitz. My question, and I'm so excited to talk to you, is we love you in the Bay. You've done this before, but it's a different audience. Do you get nervous? Do you go at, the daily operations different, getting ready for a game? Walk us through that, or is it kind of, no, it's the same as I do if I were doing a Warrior game?
No, I mean, the thing is, I'm so fortunate from NBC. This will be Olympics number 6, but initially I did swimming, which, wasn't a sport I knew anything about. Then I did water polo, and both the men and women of the United States played for the gold medal in Beijing. I had Bob Costas throwing it to me, and it's like, oh, my God, this is the biggest of big time here. And you're worried about, first of all, the pronunciations because you're the English-speaking broadcast to the world. So, if someone's watching in Croatia or Ecuador or whatever, you've got to know the history and the backstory of these players, and you have to pronounce their names correctly. So that's the first thing you go through. But, the difference is with the Warriors, I live with these people. I love these people. They're part of my family. So when Steph hits a 3, it's a lot different than James Harden hitting a 3. And so you hear this, and this is where I think they use this the wrong word. People go, well, Kruk and Kipe or Bill King or Fitz, they're homers. Yes, we are. Yes, this is the home squad. These are my home boys. Absolutely. But when you're doing a national broadcast, it's much more down the middle because emotionally you're not as invested and you're just doing it more as a broadcaster and just technique and stuff like that.
Wow. Bob Fitzgerald joining us on 95.7 The Game. Hey, the Olympics start July 26th. I am curious, what is it, June 18th? How much have you prepared, if at all, and how much will you prepare for doing all these games? And by the end of it, will you be able to basically name the top 7 guys from every country on every team?
Yeah, well, first of all, I was so lucky, to have done Tokyo, and I did men's and women's basketball in Tokyo. So, there is a little bit of residual because that with the COVID, that moved to 2021 instead of 2020. So we're 3 years ago, but a lot of the same main core people and strategies and things like that are the same. So, and I've got notes even from that Olympics. But no, I start getting ready. The beauty of YouTube now is, if you're like, I want to watch the Croatian women's team, their World Cup game in the semifinals is on the internet, and you can watch it. And so you can read and get ready on all the stats, but I think visually being able to watch a team play gives you a good idea. The other team, too, and I'm waiting on Andrew Wiggins for this, look at Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Dylan Brooks and Wiggins and Lou Dort. This could be, and Canada's never really had an Olympic success basketball-wise, and they lost to Italy in the qualifying tournament, did not qualify for Tokyo. Canada has the most international players outside the United States in the NBA.
Is Jamal Murray playing?
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. I mean, it's good knowledge there, Steiny. Yeah. I mean, so now that like Jokic is going to play for Serbia and Wembanyama and Gobert are going to play for France, like Paris is a really attractive Olympics. So you're kind of hoping, hey man, maybe everybody that matters for all these different countries are going to show up, and it could just be a knockdown, drag-out, super fun tournament.
Fitz, you don't know this, but I consider you my Warriors therapist because you know I love hard, and I'm being real with you. Don't judge me. I just periodically throughout these last couple of weeks and months, I keep watching the Warrior playing game against Sac, and each time, Fitz, I'm more worried about the team. But then I sleep well because I said, you know what? Had Draymond not got suspended, this team wouldn't have been a 10th seed. And if they don't go big game hunting and Clay comes back, because I'm rooting for Clay to stay, maybe this team would have had a different outcome. What do you say to that?
Well, Guru, you and I share the same half of the medallion that we wear around our necks because, I mean, Draymond Green missed 27 games, and the Warriors still won 46 games and won 25 games on the road. You're not going to tell me that this wasn't a 53 or 54 win team if Draymond played, some of those 27 games. So where would 52 wins got you? It would have got you the 4th seed. You would have had a home court advantage in round 1.
Yes.
Dallas won 50 games. They went to the finals. So Boston was better than everybody this year. Okay, they won 64. They were the best team all year. They deserved it. They won the title. But you could throw a dart on 7 other teams starting next year. Could Minnesota get hot? I did the Western Conference Finals with ESPN Radio, saw Minnesota up close with Dallas. Could Minnesota get hot? Sure. Could Oklahoma City get hot? Sure. Did Denver blow a 20-point lead at home in Game 7? That's shocker to me because I think Denver's amazing. Could Milwaukee get everything going again with Giannis? Of course they could. But so could the Warriors.
Man.
So could the Warriors. How many teams, when you start looking, Boston has 6 really good players, but if you have Steph and Clay and Draymond and Kuminga and Podziemski and Trace Jackson Davis and Moses Moody, you have so many good players already that this whole the Warriors are done and they need to trade 17 dudes and change their whole roster. No. They can't have Draymond miss 27 games, just like Jokic couldn't miss 27 games, or Giannis couldn't miss 27 games, or Luka couldn't miss 27 games. The NBA, if your best players play a lot of games, you'll get the max results for your team. Last year, the Warriors had one of their absolute core pieces, indispensable guys, miss 27 games. And I think if you look at the last part of the season when Trace and Draymond started together, they're top 10 in defense. Oh, wait, they're top 10 in offense. They start winning games. I'm very excited about where the Warriors are going because I know Kuminga will be better. I know Brandon will be better. I know Trace will be better. I know Moses will be better.
I love it.
So, so to me, this whole, the Warriors need to trade half their roster. I don't buy it at all. I just don't.
No.
Steiny.
No respectable host would ever invite a guest into his house and then try to pick a fight with him. So I'm not going to try to pick a fight with Bob Fitzgerald right now. It's we got him on to be our guest.
Wow.
And he is presenting his views. Hey, Bob, I got to ask you, and one of the reasons we also brought you on is because you're familiar with the Bay Area, and the San Francisco Giants right now, they've added a 3rd wild card. They're a 500 team. They've been a little banged up. And last night, they won a game against the Chicago Cubs. Very exciting. And I've been in this Bay Area for 35 years. I just don't feel the buzz, the excitement about the San Francisco Giants. Is it out there and I'm missing it, or do they have to do something to create that special feeling that we've had over the years at times with the 49ers, Giants, and Warriors?
No, I think Matt, you're hitting on something that's interesting about sports nowadays is that everything is so transitory that when you really love a team, and I'll go back to, hey, look at Will Clark coming up in his first at bat against Nolan Ryan, and it's Will Clark and Robbie Thompson, and we got Kevin Mitchell and Hackman, Jeffrey Leonard. And then you go, we've got Buster Posey, and we got Brandon Crawford, and we got Brian Wilson, and we got Lincecum and Mad Bum. You got to have some stability and some identity to know the narrative of guys that they come along. Joe Montana drafted out of Notre Dame, and they 81 Niners, and here they come. I was at Keena Turner's golf tournament yesterday, and here's all these old Niners, and I'm like, man, this is living history. Like, these are all the 49ers that have made this franchise so great. So when I look at the Warriors too, like, it's Steph and Clay and Draymond and Steve Kerr and Lacob bought the team, and look at this narrative. Like, if you're in baseball, if it's rent a player, you didn't draft him. He didn't go through the minors. You don't remember his debut. It's, yes, you're spending money. Oh, I got this guy. Okay. And you're trading baseball cards all the time. I just don't know that fans can lock in on guys. Like, if the three of us went to a ball game, we're in the sports business. Who's our three guys that have our heart that are on the Giants right now?
Wow, man.
But I mean, who are? I'm not saying these aren't good players. There are good players, but like, oh, here he comes, Conforto. Okay, where the hell was he the last couple? Like, it's hard. Like, the identity for me for the Giants right now is Kruk and Kipe.
Wow.
Like, what makes me feel good about the Giants is when I flip on Kruk and Kipe in the summer. Like, there's my identity right there. But so I'm hoping the younger guys, because they have younger, talented guys, become something like Logan Webb. Like, people, okay, Logan Webb, like, let's latch on to him. But baseball's 162 games, man, and you gotta have that team kind of become like your friends or people that their backstories. Oh, remember he struggled in April and May, and he's getting hot in June. But, the Giants, like, I watched the White Sox the other day. Jock Peterson's on Arizona. Like, oh, damn, wasn't Jock Peterson a Dodger? And then he's with the Giants, and now he's in Arizona. Like, there's just a transitory nature now in sports that in baseball, if you're not friends with them or you're not locked into them, it's hard to feel the buzz that you're talking about.
Man, Fitz, that was profound, and I feel you. Hey, I want to sneak in a football question. I won't forget right after the Super Bowl, you popped on with us, and you were like, don't even put anybody there back for the punt return. Damn it, that's why you lost. But
I was talking to Fred Warner yesterday, and it's like hard to even the Super Bowl. Still, I just got a pain in my stomach when you mention the Super Bowl again.
So the operation is Kevin Costner revenge, right? But when I used to call your show back in the day, there was no internet, Bob. There was no IG. And I want Brandon Aiyuk to remain a Niner. But when you see videos going around or circulating with him telling, a quarterback in D.C., Jaden Daniels, they don't want me back, I don't know where to stop. And Steiny's trying to help me, like, that tells me the relationship is over. Or Fitz, when you see that, do you fall for it? Or what do you think about the Niners and Brandon Aiyuk? Like, how can they step on the field Monday night against the Jets without his services?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, we all know, because it's the last year of the Purdy peace accord. It's the last year that you don't have to pay Brock Purdy. See Trevor Lawrence's deal, and you're like, Purdy's getting $50 million a year, so this is the last year that they can spend. You got to re-sign Brandon Aiyuk. You got to. And I would say for everybody that's freaking out, didn't we go through this? Wasn't Debo mad at the world? And Debo's going to leave, and he's upset. And Debo re-signed, came back in the greatest shape he's ever been, was sending ab pictures to Kyle Shanahan to show how ripped he was. There can be hard feelings in contract stuff. Money solves a lot of those hard feelings. But then the other thing is, dude, the Niners are ready. This is the year. This is the year. They're the best team in football. This is the time to get another Lombardi trophy, and let's debate where the parade's going to be between San Francisco and Santa Clara. Like, this is the year, because after this year, the financial stuff gets a lot crazier to try to keep all the band back together. So this is the year. And if they give Aiyuk the money that he wants, they got it for this year. Maybe you're doing some horse trading, down the road, but this is the year, man. You can't lose Brandon Aiyuk. It's Brandon Aiyuk and Debo and Kittle and Juszczyk and McCaffrey and now the kid Pearsall and third down Juwan Jennings. I mean, come on, man. This is the year for this team to win it.
Bob Fitzgerald joining us on 95.7 The Game. Before I let you go, Bob, obviously you've seen the entire career of Steph Curry. You hinted on a show a couple years ago that maybe you'll hang it up when Steph hangs it up. How big is this Olympic experience for him? And I mean, do you talk to him enough where he's told you, hey, it's the last thing that I want?
Well, I mean, Steph and I, people know we play golf and spend some time together, and that's kind of my guy. So, one, excited about having Caius join the family and, having a fourth Curry kid. He beat me. I got 3 kids. He's got 4 now. I'm done. Hopefully, I don't know if he is. That's between him and Aisha. The Olympics is important to him. Just like winning the MVP multiple times is important. Just like winning the Finals MVP. Just like winning championships. Just like being the all-time 3-point leader. Just like maybe playing on the senior PGA Tour. Right?
Right.
The thing with Steph is he's so gifted and so skilled in life in so many ways. As a dad, a brother, a son, a husband, that whatever, you can't do this, or you didn't do this, or this is missing, he likes to check all those boxes. He loves the challenge. And so I think going with Steve and getting to play in his first Olympics and trying to get that gold medal, that adds to a resume that is going to, we know he's already a Hall of Famer. It's just how long does he play and at the level that he plays. So I think it is important. And I think the summer worked out good. They had the baby and, he's got a little time off because the Warriors, went out earlier than normal. And, I think he'll be excited to be on that international stage, and he'll be sharp as hell, getting ready to roll for a Warrior training camp and then a good Warriors team.
There we go, Bob.
My partner's worried about him being tired at training camp because he's going to the Olympics.
Fitz, I feel better after talking to you, though. Go get him, Steph. Yeah.
Well, no, but the thing is, you guys know, because you got to keep it real and keep it right. If the Warriors will be one of 8-9 teams that have a shot to do damage next year, it all depends on health. It all depends on your war horses, if they decline a little bit or can maintain. But the NBA now, this year proved it. Other than Boston, man, any team on any night in any series can get rolling, and that's just where we are in the league. The days of, you're going to win 67 games or 73 games, and you're just going to postage stamp everybody all the way through the playoffs, like, those days are over. And I think that's good. I think it's exciting for the league, but it does make people nervous because they were accustomed to 6 straight finals and 4 titles and all that kind of stuff, and that's all fair too. So, but to think the Warriors won't be interesting, won't be in the mix, won't be worth watching, won't be worth paying attention to, no. We're many years from that happening.
There you go.
That ain't happening anytime soon.
All right, Fitz. Hey, we'll be watching and listening.
Take it easy, man.
In the Olympics.